Hello and Assalamualaikum. So today my name is Danial SK and I'm going to represent about geothermal energy. Alright. So the article information. So basically the title for this article is geothermal energy. So why the topic is relevant? So nowadays we are using geothermal energy because it is one of the renewable energy and it could save us from the pollution. So basically the author is Ryan M. Young. So basically he is a PhD in the Utah State University, which is US. So Ryan M. Young is assistant research professor in the Department of Economics and Finance at Utah State University and vice president and executive director of Strata Policy. Alright. So the article was made in 2015, which is only like 4 years ago, and it is still new. And the source is from the Utah State University itself, where Ryan M. Young made a thesis about it. So the website is a credible source as the research was done by researchers in Utah State University by conducting the research and disseminating findings through publication, classes, seminar, conferences and lectures. Alright, moving on. So basically what is geothermal energy? So geothermal energy is thermal energy and is generated and stored inside the earth. So it derived from the Greek word which is from G means earth and thermos means hot. So basically a geothermal power plant works by tapping into steam or hot water or wire underground. The heat is used to derive an electrical generator. So basically how geothermal energy works is like a steam train. So at 99 degrees Celsius water is hot, at 100 degrees Celsius water boils, and the boils produces steam. So and the steam can move a train. So that is how basically a geothermal energy works. And then moving on, how it works. Over millions of years, water seeps through cracks inside the Earth's surface and collects underground. So basically, inside the Earth, we have like a very hot magma. So the water passing through it is going to be a really hot water. So it can reach until 700 Fahrenheit. And then geothermal will use the superheated water to generate electricity. And when it is cold, it is going to inject it back into the well. Alright, so basically we have three types of geothermal energy. Depends on the temperature. So basically first we have the dry steam power plant, the fresh steam power plant and the binary cycle. So basically we're going to start from binary cycle. Why? Because it is for the water if it is not on the highest temperature, it's the lowest between 100 and 190. So it is pumped through a heat exchanger and then the heat will transfer into secondary fluid which with lower boiling point and vaporized into steam. And then we have the fresh steam power plant, which is the common one. It is from 200 and to 320. So it actually pressurizes the geothermal water is pumped to a holding tank on surface. Pressure in the tank is lower, so some of the water turns into steam, which turns the turbine. And then the most common type. This is basically the common type. And then the last one we have the dry steam power plant, which is between 230 and to 320 degrees Celsius. So steam from underground pipe buried into the turbine, so no fuel input is needed. So basically, a little bit history about geothermal energy, the types of what we call that, the power plant. Basically, the dry steam power plant is original one, the first one that ever created, which is in 1904. And then we have the efficiency. For geothermal energy is really highly efficient comparable to nuclear and natural gas. You can see the efficiency for geothermal is 70 to 95 degrees Celsius, which is higher than solar, which is higher than wind, and also natural gas. Alright, and advantage over wind and solar energy because it is not weather dependent, where it can work even though it is raining, even though it is hot, even though it is ice. Geothermal energy can still be worked. Alright, for the physical reliability. So can consistently provide enough power to meet demand to adjust output in response to demand. And then can operate around the clock, which means it can operate 24 hours. Not weather dependent like wind and solar, like I just said just now. If there's no wind, even though it's like a sunny weather, it still can be worked. And then the necessary geological conditions are present in certain places on Earth only. So basically, not all places can have geothermal energy. Right? Only certain countries such as United States, Philippines, Indonesia, Turkey, New Zealand, we cannot have it in Malaysia because we have not any what we call that as the gunung berapi. And then need new transmission infrastructure to move. So basically the technology that we need it is like a new technologies, and then the remote relocated power to propagation center. So basically we can control it. Alright, you can see the most installed capacity for geothermal energy is United States, and followed by Philippines and Indonesia and Turkey. Alright, so that is for the physical reliability. And then for the economics recordability, so basically if you want to start a geothermal energy power plant, in order for you to start it, the startup cost is very expensive, it's very high, unless if the government giving you subsidies and everything. It depends on the government's assistance. And then however, once you install it, it has zero operation and maintenance cost. It is zero fuel cost because we are not using any fuel, and currently 24 hours using geothermal energy as baseload for electricity. Alright, for the advantages and disadvantages. For advantages, geothermal energy sourcing is good for the environment because we are not using any fuel. And then geothermal energy is a reliable source of renewable energy because it is clean, and then it's not weather dependent and everything. Alright, and then it's high efficiency of geothermal system. As you can see, it is more efficient than wind and solar energy, and little to no geothermal system maintenance as it has a really low cost maintenance. Alright, and then disadvantage is environmental concern about greenhouse emission because you see, even though it is renewable energy, it is like clean without any burning fossil fuel and everything, but it can damage the earth, where it can leave some cracks or even damage the trees and everything. And then it is expensive to build. Only when you want to start up to build the power plant, it's really expensive to build. And then they can build this anywhere, like I said just now, only certain countries. So the outer stance, the outer is natural. Basically the articles is natural because he stated about the advantages and disadvantages and of the geothermal energy. And then basically he seeks to promote a better understanding about geothermal energy and awareness for environment because he wanted to save the earth from pollution. And then geothermal energy and new technology could eventually make geothermal economically viable. So means maybe after this more country can use geothermal energy, right? And then for the critical review, in my opinion, renewable energy sources are also better for the environment than burning fossil fuels. Right? They produce less pollution, which help protect the environment and provide us with clear air and water because we are not burning anything. We're not burning any fossil fuel. We're not gonna produce any carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, because it can damage the Earth's atmosphere and everything. And then geothermal is one of the renewable energy. By using geothermal energy, we can save the world by reducing the population. Environmental pollution is an incurable disease. It can only be prevented. That's why we need to use the geothermal energy. Alright. So that is the end. Thank you so much for listening. Bye. Assalamualaikum.